Potent Lounge.
All right, is your bank account linked to her account? Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. I'm Precinct Officer Tabazar. I got Officer IBR with me as well. This is the weekly Sabbath service, ISUPK Killen. We left off last week at Genesis chapter 16, verse 10. We're going to start from there. I believe it's going to Genesis 18,
11.
and 19,
11.
and 11.
25.
All right. So with that, I might jump, which means to stand.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. On your right side. Right side. I'll go ahead and just do both out. You just repeat. All right, so it's Sar Wahak Yudam, which means to turn and face the east. We're gonna do the prayers in the Hebrew. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanaw, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalak, Lanawa. Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafyanawa, Wala'ah, Tabia'ayanawa, Banasai 1, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, La'awalamya, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day, our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. This is the prayer of the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Babakushah, Nathanaw, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Call Makala, Call Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazari, Hakak, Lahakwayam, Hamathiam, Hakak, Arakawath, Hatama Allah, Garshin, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. You're not needed, right? This is the prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Barak Lanawa. Wa Yasha'ala. Wahaba Yasaparian. Barak. Ba'ashem Yahushua. The water Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha, Ayanya, Ahahari, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Azariah, Ma'am, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Warataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamar, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamar, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yam Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamar, Makara'a, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'ath, Wabawa'aka, Ma'ata, Wa'ad Awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out, and thy coming in, from this time forth, even forevermore. So Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Damayalika, Al-Thakarash, Wa Al-Thashakwa, Al-Kayahana, Awiyabika, Yahama Yawan, Waman Shanayaka, Sha'ar Wara'ash, Al-Imaka, Ya'arayam wa Sawad, Wayata Atazawa, Altazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakidam, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shum Yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawatazawa, Lab Yakadwa, Alyaka, Barya, Yarakathwa, Ahawya, Adawam, Wa Yashama Salakia, Wa Yashama Alyum, Ma'ayabo, Salakia, Ma Wa'aba, Wa Hagaria, Gabal, Wa Amawan, Wa Amalak, Kalasha, Am Yeshabi, Tazawar, Gumashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawa, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya Sarah, Kayabian, Banakar, Kwayashwa, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayanda Ira, Salakia, Ha Yawa Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Na Dayamawa, Ka'arab, Wakaza Abba, Wakazabak, Wakal Tazamana, Call Nasa Yakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Naya Rashad, La Nawa, Nawa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, La Pinya, Raka, Ka'ash, Tabiya Ira, Wakala Haba, Talahat, Haryam, Kantharadatma, Basa Irika, Wabasa Wapathka, Tabalaham, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wa Yahabawa, Ayai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wa Yadawa, Kaya, Ata, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Al-Yawan, Kahar Ratazah. All right. Oh, camera.
Yeah, he's saying no sound, but it's not muted.
Huh?
I said, the brother in the chat saying there's no sound, but it's not muted. I just got to check it on my phone.
Now go ahead and check the sound.
This one.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. This is the prayer of the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazabaya.
Matazabaya.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawap.
Ha Alawap.
Ha Saranya.
Ha Saranya.
Ha Kwatazayanya.
Ha Kwatazayanya.
Ha Kayawi.
Ha Kayawi.
Wa Ha Akwati.
Wa Ha Akwati.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
Water Aman.
In the English, bless you Yahweh.
Bless you Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahana.
Commanding General Yahana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
This is the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
All things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils.
Send evils.
And curses.
And curses.
And punishment.
And punishment.
And destruction.
And destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against
That
us.
speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers,
the
princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the schools, send evil, and curses, and punishment, and destruction to the heathen, shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel, that refuse to give to the school, force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary, send evils, and curses, and punishment, and destruction to the Edomites, and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues, and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, the militia, the Ku Klux Klan, the Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airwaves. The cable access channels. And the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people. That seek to stop us. And bring swift destruction. To all the heathen. That stand in the way. Or try to stop us. From broadcasting your words. Throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth. And consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, through the whole world. Cause them to shake it thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you always. So be it. Let's go ahead and verify the sound in chat. Make sure. I heard on the phone, but I don't know what's going on YouTube or something. Hey, if y'all watching, I need y'all to put in the chat a 1 if you can hear us and the sound is good. Y'all in the chat that are watching, I need y'all to put into the chat a 1 if you can hear us. All right, because we got in the chat that we can't be heard. Can you check on YouTube real quick on your phone? Throw some incense out. Who is that? Matthew 15:24. If you watching, we need you to put into the chat if you could hear us or not. Or anybody that's watching right now, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear the sound. Baba Kashaw, if you could. That's YouTube?
No, sir.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Hey, most time crash the water.
Got a one in the chat.
All right. All right, so we're gonna be starting in Matthew 16:11. I think where we left off at was Hagar. Sarah had asked Abraham, she didn't have any faith. She asked Abraham to go into her handmaid Hagar. Abraham did that. He took heed to his wife and went into Hagar and made Hagar his wife. And as soon as Hagar got pregnant, she started getting, having an attitude problem with Sarai. And Sarai, of course she blamed her husband for it, even though it was her idea. And then, but Abraham basically told Sarai, that's your servant, do with her what you want to do with her. So Sarai began to deal with her harshly. Hagar got, upset. She ran off into the wilderness, pregnant. She encountered an angel, and the angel basically told her to go back and submit to her mistress, which was Sarai, and that, that her child will be a great nation, which is who we know as the Arabs today, the Ishmaelites. And I think that's where we left off at. We're gonna go from there, from in the Hebrew. We'll probably go like every 14 verses and read the English and break it down. All right, go ahead.
So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 16 and verse 11 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar La'ah Malak Yahweh Hanak Hara Waya Ladath Ban Wakwarath Shemawa Yashma'al Kaya Shemai Yahweh all I knock verse 12 Wa'a Yaha Para'ah Adam Yadawa Bakal Wayad Kala Bawa Wa'al Panya Kal Akhayu Akua Yeshakana verse 13 Wata Kwara'a Sham Yahweh Hadabar Allah Yaha Atha all Ra'aya Kaya Amara'a Hagam Halam Ra'ayathya Akha Raya Ra'aya verse 14 all Khan Quara'a Laba'ar Ba'ar Lakhaya Ra'aya Ra'aya Hana Ban Quadash Wabayan Barad verse 15 with Watala Salakia Wata Ladad Hagar La Abaram, Ban, Waya Quara'a, Abar, Abaram, Sham, Banawa, Ashar, Yalad, it's like Yaladha, Hagar, Yashama'al. Verse 16. Wa'abarium, Ban, Shamanayam, Shana, Washasha, Shanayam, Baladath, Hagar, Ath, Yashama'al, La Abarium. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 1. Waya Haya, Abarium, Ban, Tashayam, Shana, Wata Sha'ai, Shanayam, Waya Ra'a, Yahweh, all, Abarium, Waya Amar, Ala, all you Anya, all, Shaddai, Hatha, that's like Hatha Halad, Lapanya, Wa Yaha, Yaha, Wa Yaha, Thamayam. Verse 2. Wa'ath Wa'athanaha, Baryathia, but Bayanya, Waba Salakia, Waba Yakaka, Wa'arabha, Awathka, Ma'ad, verse 3. Wayapal, Abarium, all, Panyua, Wayadabar, Athwa, Alahayim, La'amar, verse 4. Anya, Hanaha, Baryathia, Athak, Wa'a Yayath, Waha Yayath, La'ab, La'abwa, Hama Yawan, it's like Hama 1, Go, it's like Goayum, verse 5. Wala'ah, Yakara'ah, Iwad, Ath, Shemka, Abarium, Waha Yaha, Shemka, Abarium, Kaya, Abba, Yama Hama Salakia, Hama 1, Gorium, Nathath, Theyathka. Verse 6. Wahab Paraathia, Athka, Ma'ad. Wanath Theyathka. Lagorium. Wa Malakium. Mamaka. Yataza. It's like Yataza Awa. Verse 7. Waha Quamathia. Ath. Bariathia. Bayanya. Waba Yanak. Wabayan. Zara. It's like Zara Ayaka. It's like Aka Rayak. Ladaratham. Labar. It's like Labar Rayath. Iwalam. Laha. Lahad Yawath. Laka. La'ayam. Wala Zara'ika. Akar Rayak.
Verse 11. Verse 11 is 14 verses. Okay, come on.
What verse was you on?
Verse 7.
I read 3.
I started at 16, 11.
11 to 14, right? Ain't that 3 verses? That's 3 verses, then you start at 17 and 1.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you're 11.
Okay, come on.
Verse 8. Wanad Wa Nathathia. Laka. Wa Lazara'ika. Akar Raka. Akar Rayak. It's like Ath. Aratiza. Magar Rayak. Ath. Call. Aratiza. Kana'ain. La'ath Zatha. Iwalam. Waha Yayathia. Laham. La Alahayim. Verse 9. Waya Amar Alahayim. All Abarium. Wa'atha. Ath. Bariathia. The Shah Mara. Ath. Wazar Ra'aka. Akar Ra'aka. Ladarathim. Verse 10. Za'ath. Barayathia. Ashar. The Shah Marawa. Bayanya. Wabayan Yakan. Wabanya. Zara'aka. Akarayaka. Hamawal. Lakam. Call. Zakar. Verse 11. Wana It's like wa num num numalathma ath bashar I relathkum wa yahaya la'awath bara'ath Bayanya Waba Yanakum. That's 14. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 16 and verse 11 in the English. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shalt bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction.
So the angels just, the Lord has sent angels to many women when they're about to have, children that signify something, you know what I mean? It just means that the Arabs were going to be a mighty nation, and he's letting her know that she need to go back home. You know what I'm saying? That her having a child, it don't mean the way Hagar probably was looking at it was like she thought something happened to her baby by the way Sarah was treating her baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why she, not just how she was getting treated, but maybe her son would get treated that way. So the angel's letting her know like the son is going to come. And he's going to be, he's going to. His name is going to be, in the verse above, that he was going to multiply Ishmael's children, which we see that today with the Arabs. Go ahead.
Come. And he will be a wild man.
Right. Mm-hmm.
His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
Right. So wherever the Arabs go, you know what I'm saying, it's conflict. Like you can't really name an area that they in where it's not no conflict.
Right.
They be in Sudan, they be in the UK, they're in their own lands, and what's known for them? Terrorism. You know what I'm saying? Violence. Like they, strapping bombs to themselves and trying to hijack planes and wild. You know what I'm saying? And the scriptures, man, the scriptures are, the scriptures are without, what's the word? Like the scriptures are unparalleled in their description of like the earth and what's going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? This was like over, what is this? This is like 6,000 years ago. Still to this day, we seeing, you know what I'm saying, these what was said about these nations and people. It's a clear description and it identifies them clearly. All right, he's a wild man, and every man's hand is against them. Wherever they go and occupy at, people are trying to get, like right now, the UK, they're I don't know if you saw the march where they was like, who is Allah type, you know what I mean, right. Which is true. You know what I'm saying? Allah ain't nothing but a rock, you know what I mean? We don't, a dumb idol, but the European citizens of the UK are marching through Arab territories, and they're mocking their religion and their God. But because why? Their hand has been against them, and now every man's hand is against them as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, even when our brothers was in the UK, you know what I mean, speaking about the crimes against blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you had that Palestinian woman or that Arab woman come to the camp and go against the camp and rouse all the Arabs in that area to come against the camp.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's no cowards. You know what I'm saying? Captain Mashak, Captain Karathia, you know what I'm saying? Shamgar, and all the mighty brothers out there in the UK school held their ground. But they were against us, and we was against them.
Right.
Wherever they go. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren.
Mm-hmm.
And she called the name of the Lord that spoke unto her, Thou God seest me. For she said, Have I also here looked after him that seeth me? Verse 14. Wherefore the well was called Bir Lahorai. Behold, it is between Kadesh and Bered.
Right. So she gave a name to the Most High based on her experience, because she was on the run. So she's like, the Most High see me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she said, have I also looked after him that sees me? Meaning that the thing I was looking for, which was some type of help, he see me. Type. That's basically what she's saying. So she gave a name for the place where she had the encounter with the angel. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. That's what heathens do. They get an encounter with, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they don't know. That's why the Most High say we the only family that he's known. Because we know him by his name and we know the angels, you know what I'm saying? We know how things work. They just, you know, whatever they come up with is what they give a name for.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why they call that word Allah just means power in the Hebrew. It don't, like, a mother could be a power over her children. A father is a power over his wife and his family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A judge who gives you 25 years for a crime that you committed or didn't commit, he's a power.
Right.
You understand? The president is a power. Senators are powers. Those are Allahs or Allahims. You understand? Plural be yum. Allahim. They're powers. Or they can mean angels. You know what I'm saying? But they take that word because Muhammad was watching the Israelites. He heard the word power and then he tried to call like, is this the only God?
Right.
No. That's why he's called the most high power.
Right.
You know what I mean? That ain't his name though. You know what I'm saying? But the Israelites are the only ones who know the most, the creator of heaven and earth. You know what I'm saying? The most high power, which is Yahweh. All right. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 15. And Hagar bare Abram a son, and Abram called his son's name, which Hagar bare, Ishmael.
Mm-hmm.
And Abram was 86 years old when Hagar bare Ishmael to Abram.
Right. So that means Abraham was 86 years old. A score is 20 years. 4 times 20 is 80 plus 6 years. That's 86 years. All right. When he had Ishmael. Go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17, and verse 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty God. Walk before me and be thou perfect.
Now, so in the scriptures, it's a river. You know what I mean? It's a continuing river, meaning that the things that were written aforetime, they're not going to contradict the things that are written later.
Right.
It's all one continual river. Yahushua in the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 48, told us to be perfect as our heavenly Father is perfect. Your Christian pastor tell you that it's impossible to be perfect.
Right.
So do you understand like the level of wickedness that is? That Christians now, because of Christian pastors, you ask a Christian, well, didn't Christ say to be perfect? Yeah, he said it, but you can't be perfect.
Right.
He said it, but you're supposed to try to be perfect, but you can't be perfect. But here you have the Most High telling Abraham to do what?
Come. Walk before me and be thou perfect.
He said, be thou perfect, because why? There were men before him that did it. You understand? And that's why Yahushua came to show us that as a man being tempted in all points, he still didn't commit sin.
Right.
That's all that is. We know what sin is. Sin is the transgression of the law. To be perfect is to not sin. And it's to follow orders and obey the Most High and not sin. And that it is very possible. Just because a majority of people didn't do something, don't mean that you can't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at this point, because of Yahushua, because of Christ, he laid down the path for us how to do it. There's no excuse. He left us without an excuse. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, like, stuff get put out into the earth, I'm only human. What does that even mean?
Right.
The Lord, when it says that the Lord created us in his image, y'all want to make it physical. What it means is that we have the ability to comprehend and to keep his commandments, that we have that capability to do it. You know what I'm saying? We're not, it's not impossible to do. You understand? You've been raised in a society that teaches you to be weak. We got brothers walking around here with wigs on and wearing halter tops like women.
Right.
Because let me tell you something. People think that spirituality means peace. Right. Whenever you see people that call themselves spiritual, they talking about chakras and sage, burning sage, and rocks and stones on their chest, and meditation is always to achieve peace. Right. But you know what true spirituality is war.
Right.
That's why people don't want to deal with the ISUPK, because the scriptures say in Romans that the law is spiritual.
Right.
I think that's Romans 7:14. The law is spiritual. For you to keep the law, the commandments of the Most High, you're gonna go to war. You're gonna go to war with your wife, your children, your family, with the Christian church, whatever political system that's in the earth. Why? Because they're lawless. They're lawless. So for you to be spiritual, you're not gonna have peace. You're gonna have war. You understand? The only peace that's why he said, peace I give you, but not as the world gives.
Right. Damn.
The peace that you're gonna have is to understand I'm at war.
Right.
And I gotta accept that. Every day is gonna be a battle. Because why? Everybody don't want to serve the Most High God. That's why. All right. So don't think that spirituality means peace. Spirituality means war. And you don't gain peace without going to war.
Right.
All right. So like, go ahead.
Come, verse 2. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and I will multiply thee exceedingly.
Right. He said, if you walk perfect before me, I'll make my this contract with you, not just between me and you, but also between he ain't said it, Salakia. He's making it between him and Abraham, and he said he's going to multiply him, meaning give him in power and multiply him in terms of his descendants, which are today are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Go ahead.
Khan. And Abram fell on his face, and God talked with him, saying, as for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations.
Right, and Abraham was. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't the father. He wasn't just the grandfather of the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? You know, he had a lot. He gave birth to a lot of nations. A lot of nations came through him. Right? Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 5. Neither shall thy name anymore be called Abram, but thy name shall be called Abraham. For a father of many nations have I made thee.
Right. That literally means the father of a multitude. A lot of people came out of his loins. All right. Go ahead.
And I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee.
That's a fact. It's kings that came out of the Ishmaelites.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's kings that came out of you know what I'm saying? Out of like all these different nations. A lot of our enemies, the nation of Israel, came from Abraham.
Right.
Ishmael was an enemy. The Midianites was an enemy.
Right.
Keturah had Midian.
Right.
And we went to war. Midian was oppressing, you know what I'm saying, Israelites. You understand? But that just goes to show you that just because people have the same physical family doesn't make them family.
Right.
The Lord dictates who's who and who's family. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee and their generations.
Right. So his covenant is going to be with him and with his seed. You know, and further down the line, we're going to see that don't mean everybody. And that's the whole point. Right. When we say Christ didn't die for everybody, we really coming back to what was in Abraham's bosom.
Right.
Y'all want to make Abraham's bosom some place, some spiritual location. What Abraham's bosom is his chest.
Right.
You know, you hear brothers say, put this in your chest. It means to put it in your to where you don't forget it. You know, I don't want to say heart, but it's like keep it in your chest, like, man, don't forget this. Right. Keep this in your mind. Right. What was in Abraham's mind was the Most High's promise, this covenant, not just with him, but with the seed that come after him. A lot of times, man, we live our lives, we have children, and I ain't gonna lie, nowadays we don't even have like a mindset of like making sure we got something set up for our children. Right. But Abraham, in that time, you were concerned about what was going to happen to your children after you. And the Lord's making a promise like, yo, in the earth, this agreement that I'm making with you is with you and with your seed after you. You understand? Go ahead.
Khan. Thy seed after thee and their generations for an everlasting covenant.
Everlasting covenant. It can't be broken. You Christians that say, oh yeah, the Lord made a covenant with the Israelites, but they broke that covenant. So now he don't deal with them like that no more. He deal with everybody. No, this is an everlasting covenant.
Right.
It's never going to be broken. We broke the covenant, but that's why he sent Yahushua.
Right.
To reestablish that new covenant, to reestablish the contract. And for you to be part of that contract and to receive the things that are in that contract, you got to be what? Perfect. Like Christ said to be.
Right.
Christ came back with the new agreement for the people to mediate between those that were under the first testament. And he said the same thing that the Most High told Abraham. Christ ain't repeating nothing different than what Abraham said.
Right.
Go ahead.
Khan. To be a God unto thee and to thy seed after thee.
Right, to be a power unto us and our children after us. The East Indians got their power, Shiva. That's why they be wearing dreadlocks. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that dread your hair, thinking that you following some type of righteous belief system, Rastafari. Ra just mean prince.
Right.
And Selassie's name was Tafari. So it's just Prince Tafari. Y'all giving praise to a man.
Right.
You won't call him the Lion of Judah. Christ says Yahushua is the Lion of Judah.
Right.
How was a Cushite from a line of Hamites? How was he a Lion of Judah? And Haile Selassie didn't even believe that he was God. He had an image of Cesare Borgia in his office. He didn't even believe what a lot of Benjamites believe about him. You understand? They got they gods, they powers.
Right.
But our power is the creator of heaven and earth, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. The true power. The Arabs got their power.
Right.
Iraq.
Right.
The Christians have their power. Cesare Borgia on a wooden cross.
Right.
Idols of stone and wood. If you a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, if you're an Israelite, the only power you should be acknowledging is the power of your forefathers,
right.
Abraham,
right,
who he made the covenant with, and it's not for nobody else. And we're gonna see that going down the line. Go ahead, Ox.
Khan, sir. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed, Salakia.
Yes, sir.
Khan, sir. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan.
That belongs to us. Those Amalekites, those who they want to call today are called the Jewish people, the so-called Jewish people. Those are strangers in our land. We were strangers in that land, but the truth of the matter is because Canaan took over the land that belonged to us originally. Why do I say that? Because that land belonged to Adam.
Right.
The Lord's just giving back to Abraham what he gave to Adam. The Garden of Eden was the land of Israel. And Canaan occupied it, Hamites. And when we go back there, we're strangers, but it's ours.
Right.
And right now, we're strangers to that land.
Damn. But
it belonged to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And part of that contract is us being in that land, because whoever's in that land is the ruler.
Right.
Don't Israel impact everything? Right. Israel, the state of Israel impacts American foreign policy right now. America sends out its most funding out of all nations that they assist. The majority funding goes to the state of Israel.
Right.
Whoever's in that land is basically who's in charge. They dictate what go on. They over there right now massacring Palestinians.
Right.
And who is bringing them up on charges?
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
But those are criminals, imposters in our land. And blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you over here in the projects, you in the barrios, you in the reservations, and you feel like, man, like, you know, what's out in this life, in this world for me? Everything.
Right.
The whole world. The world, you don't understand it, but the Most High made the world for your sake. You get up out your out your bed, you go outside, and you see your brothers out there drunk off alcohol, drunks and no running water, eating fried bread. You come up out your outside, and you see your brothers in the streets. You know what I'm saying? In the barrios, right? Poverty. You come out the projects, is your brothers on drugs,
right?
You know what I mean? Sipping on lean, on fentanyl, and messed up, and you don't even know that the Lord got an entire place for you, man.
Right.
A whole nother land for you, man.
Right.
That's yours. That's yours. That's why being spiritual is a war. Because you got to come out of you got to fight you got to go to war with the mindset that you just a nigga, that you just a spick, that you just a red-skinned savage.
Right.
All that is lies, man. If you black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you're the children of the Most High Power, man. You're the children of Abraham, the children of God. Go ahead, Salaki.
Khan, sir. For an everlasting possession.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be their God.
And he gonna be our power. He didn't say everybody's power. I seen some devil on he out there trying to do some financial scam, and he trying to quote Deuteronomy 18:18. Oh yeah, the blessings for riches and wealth are in the old covenant.
Good,
yeah, we have the new covenant, but it's good stuff in the old covenant too. Come to my seminar and I'll break it down. I went on there, man, just started posting all the scriptures like, you a liar.
Right.
I just started blasting them, and people started coming to the post like, what you mean? What do you mean? Blasting the Spanish. I'm like, man, y'all, this don't belong to them.
Right.
I said he's part of the nation that God hate. Mm. You know what I'm saying? They come into your contract. Your contract and steal what belongs to you. It's like, but look, they've always done it. They do it right now in the music industry.
Right.
You create the power to create cultures with you, and they take that and rob you. They take your royalties, your publishing. Amalek been doing. That's why the Lord hate Amalek. Did he hate Esau? But out of Esau, he said, I'm at war with them from generation to generation. Right. He hate Amalek the worst.
Right.
The so-called Jewish man, he hate him. You understand? And that's who's over there in your land right now, every year having a sodomite and LGBTQ alternative lifestyle parades.
Right.
In the holy land, on holy ground.
That's crazy.
But that's okay because the Lord, they have the highest cancer rates though.
Right.
the Lord rewarding them. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? The IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, filled with the most sodomites. It's a sodomite army.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's our fault because we want to smoke weed, because we want to sleep with our brothers' wives. We don't want to keep God's commandments, so we got a filthy people in our land imitating and portraying us. We got to take back what's ours, man. And that's gonna require warfare.
Right.
Salaki, go ahead.
Come. Verse 9. And God said unto Abraham, thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore thou and thy seed after thee in their generations.
It's non-negotiable. We got to keep the terms of the contract. Go ahead.
This is my covenant, which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised.
Right. You understand? On the 8th day. That's the law. If you have a son, you don't do this when he's grown, he's old. 8 days after he's born, you make sure he gets circumcised on that 8th day. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the agreement. You understand? That's part of the agreement. Now, is there a spiritual side to this? Yes, but we still have to keep this. Right. This is what our people have to do. This don't belong to nobody else. Now, you go to the hospitals, they do because they say it's a good hygienic practice to have, you know what I mean, from a health standpoint. But in terms of the covenant between us and the Most High, that's between us and him. It's just that the other nations see that and say, oh, that's wise. Diseases come and yada, yada, yada. No sweat. But
right.
As far as the Lord ain't looking at that, recognizing that with these other nations.
Right.
That's only between us and him.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you.
Okay. Let's go ahead and hit the next 14.
Sir. 12 through 26. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse 12 in the Hebrew. Why bun should Shemanath Yamawal Lakam Call Zakar Ladarathyakum Yalayad Bayath Wama Kwakath Wama Salakia Wama Kwanath Kasap Makal Bun Nakar Ashar La'ah Mazara'ak Hawa'ah. Verse 13. Hamawal Yamawal Yalayad but Bayathika Wama Salakia Wama Kwanath Kasa Salakia Kasapak, Wahayatha, Baraathia, Salakia, Baba Sarakum, Labarayath, Iwalam, verse 14. Wa Ra, Zakar, Ashar, La'ah, Yamawal, Ath, Bashar, Iralathwa, Wana Karatha, Hanapash, Hahawa'a, Ma'ai Ath, Baraathia, Hapar, verse 15. Waya Amar Alahayim, all, Abarium, Sarai, Salakia, Saraya, Ashathka, La'ah, Thaquara'ah, Ath, Shema, Sharaya, Kaya, Shara, Shema, verse 16. Waba, Salakia, Waba Rakathia, Atha, Wagum, Nathathia, Mama Naha, Laka, Ban, Waba Kathia, Wahayathia, Lagorium, Malakia, Amayum, Imayum, Salakia, Mama Naha, Yahayawa, verse 17. Wayapal, Abarium, all, Salakia, Al, Panyawa, Waya Tazakakwa, Waya Amar, Balabawa, Balabawa, Halabun, Ma'aha, Shana, Yawalada, so Yawalada, Wa'ayam, Shara, Habath, Tashayam, Shana, Thalad, verse 18. Waya Amar, Abarium, all, Alahayim, Lawa, Yashama'al, Yaha, Lapanyaka, verse 19. Waya Amar, Alahayim, Abal, Shara, Ashathka, Yaladath, Laka, Bun, Wakwara Atha, Aslakia Ath, Shamawa, Yatazak, Waha, Salakia. Waha Quamathia, Ath Barayathia, Awath, Salakia. Athawa, Labar Rayath, Iwalam, Lazar Iwa, Akar Rayawa. Verse 20. La Yasha La Salakia. La Wala Yashma'al Shama'ath Salakia. Shama'ath Thayak Hanaha Barak Salakia. Barak Thaya Atawa Waya Parayathya Atawa Waya Wathayathya Athawa Bama'ad Ma'ad Shanayam Ashar Naya Nasha Salakia. Nashayam Yawalad Wanath Thayawa Lagalwaya Gudawal Salakia. Gudawal. Verse 21. Wa'ath Bara'athia Akoyam Ath Yatizak Ashar Thalad Laka Shara Lama Wa'id Hazaha Bashat Salakia. Bashar Naha Ha'a Ka'arath. Verse 22. Wayakal La Dabar Athawa Waya'al Alahayim Ma'al Abarium. Verse 23. Wayakwath Abarium Ath Yashama'al Banawa Wa'ath Kal Yala Yalayadya Bayathwa Wa'ath Kal Makunath Kasapwa Kal Zakar Ba'anasha Bayath Abarium Wayamal Ath Bashar Aralatham Ba'ai Tazayam Ba'ai Tazamah Salakia Hayawam Hazaha Ka'ashar Dabar Athawa Alahayim. Verse 24. Wa Abarium Ban Tasha Ayam Watha Sha'ai Shana Ba'a Malawa Bashar I Relathwa. Verse 25. Yashama'al Banawa Ban Shalash Ishara Shana Bahad, it's like Bahad, Malawa, Ath, Bashar, Iralathwa. Verse 26.
No, that's it. That's 14.
It's 14. Come on,
Next 14.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse 13 or 12.
11. No, 12. You're right.
And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you.
That was the commandment. So when Moses instituted that, that's because this was already part of what the Lord had commanded, you know what I'm saying, for Abraham. You know, Moses, you know, like the same things that Noah did, separating the clean from the unclean. The law of sacrifice with Adam. You understand? Like I said, the scriptures is a continuing river, man. You know what I mean? All the Most High did with Moses was compile everything and made it law. Meaning that there will be punishments and penalties for not keeping it.
Right.
That's all. That's all that was. All right. Go ahead.
Khan. Every man child of your generations, he that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed.
Meaning that anybody that we own, servants, slaves, they had to be circumcised too. You know what I mean? But that's like, but think about this. It's like when you come to America and you got to get a passport or you got to pay taxes or whatever, because that's the government. You know what I'm saying? So that's talking about. It doesn't include them in anything in the way of like, I mean, like, yeah, we pay taxes and they call us citizens, but you know what I'm saying? Sally don't get the same punishment in court when she killed her baby and buried it in the backyard as like he should do for leaving her baby in the car with when she go inside the store.
Right.
And they call the police on her. Right. You know what I'm saying? Lakeisha gonna do 10 years and the child is going to foster care. Sally's gonna get a slap on the wrist and go to Yale College and be in her daddy's corporation. Just because we're under the same law don't make us the same people. You understand? That's why, we're considered 3/5 of a human being. In legally to this day, that never changed.
Right.
You understand? So just people take it. Oh well, if the strangers in his house get circumcised, they're part of the covenant. Yeah, they're part of the covenant as a slave. Right. As a second-class citizen. Right. They have to do because Abraham rules over them. Right. He bought them with money. Right. Like your forefathers was bought with money. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why your last name is Johnson. Right. Or Williams. Because your forefathers were bought with money. Right. And they branded you, they put a brand on you and say he this nigga's from the from Johnson's plantation. Right. Does that make you part of their covenant? No. Good night. Salakia. Go ahead, Art.
Colonel sir. He that is born in thy house and he that is bought with thy money must needs be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant.
Right. This is why in the law where it said that if you didn't get circumcised, you were cut off from your people. Right. You know what I mean? Now, the Most High is giving Abraham this commandment. But it also was said of Abraham that he believed God and it was counted to him for righteousness. Right. Every time the Most High gave Abraham an order, Abraham showed his faith. This is why James was saying, show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show you my faith by my works. Right. Abraham showed that he believed God by following orders. Hey, Abraham, get up from this country and your kindred and your family and go to a land I'll show you. Khan. Right. Abraham, I'm gonna make this covenant between me and you. Circumcise all your children and every servant born in your house bought with money on the 8th day, and circumcise yourself and the men that are there right now. Khan. Right. Faith. This is the faith that this is the faith of Abraham. Following orders, doing what he's told to do by the Most High. Not sitting on your couch watching Netflix and then you see a commercial come on about believing on Jesus Christ and confessing with your mouth and believing in your heart and calling that faith. If you're not keeping God, if you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you're not keeping God's commandments, you have no faith. Right. You can't even say that you believe in Christ if you're not keeping the commandments.
Right.
That's the only reason why he died, for you to be able to keep the commandments again, and it means something to the Most High.
Right.
In Christ's name. That's why it says those who are in Christ are what? Of the or of the faith of Abraham, or the children of Abraham, or the seed of Abraham. It's not because you just believe in Christ and now you become what they call a spiritual Israelite.
Right, right.
You can't be a physical descendant. That's who it belongs to. And to be honest with you, the only people that can be spiritual are Israelites.
Right.
You can't have the Holy Spirit if you're not a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. I know that sound like you say that sound crazy. Is it crazy, huh? You can't have the Holy Spirit if you're not a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian.
Right.
You can't have the Spirit of God. You can't be in Christ and be Abraham's seed unless you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian.
Right.
That's it. That's who Christ died for, Abraham's seed. But Abraham's seed was Ishmael, but not to the Most High.
Right.
You about to see that right now. Keep reading.
Come, verse 14. And the uncircumcised man-child whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant.
Didn't I just say that? I just said that, right? So now you're going to say, oh, well, that includes the stranger. Who was the order given to? Abraham.
Right.
Abraham was the ruler of that household. He said anybody born in your house that you buy with money. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And God said unto Abraham, as for Sarah thy wife, thou shalt not call her no more Sarai, but Sarah shall be her name.
Right, which means princess. If you be the daughters of Sarah, that's what Peter said. If ye be the daughters of Sarah, if you be princesses, if you are Black, if you are a Black, Hispanic, Native Indian woman, and you're the daughter of Sarah, then you should call your husband Adawan, Lord, and do so without amazement.
Right.
It shouldn't be a big deal. Because she obeyed Abraham and called him Lord. She's the same way that the Lord called Adam and Eve into the truth. This is the same way he's calling Abraham and Sarai into the truth, changing their names. He giving them new names. He putting oil on their head and giving them a new name. You do your 90 days up in the ISUPK, or however long the camp leader decide, and you take that oath, you get a new name.
Right.
And the Lord giving them new names right now, man. Go ahead.
And
you notice it didn't say queen.
Right.
It didn't say boss. So like it.
Real
boss
talk.
Chick.
Real talk.
It didn't say alpha woman, alpha female.
Right.
It said princess. Ain't that what you always wanted to be, a princess?
Right.
You was playing in your daddy house in your room.
Right.
You was looking at all the different princesses. Where was the Black princess at?
Damn.
You had Jasmine. You had all these other nations. Cinderella. Where was the Black princess at? Where was the Native Indian princess? And then when they gave her to a white man.
Right.
Right. You had the Mulan.
Right.
But never Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, huh? That's interesting. So everybody else can be a princess except you.
Right.
That's because you in the kingdom, you ain't gonna be no other princesses.
Real talk.
Y'all gonna be the pinnacle, not Cinderella and Snow White and Sleeping Beauty.
Right.
Y'all the sisters that are asleep because you don't know who you are. But you find out right now who you supposed to model yourself after.
Right.
Sarai, whose name was changed to Sarah, meaning princess. Go ahead, Oxalaki.
Verse 16. And I will bless her and give thee a son of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations.
Oh, good night. A what?
A mother of nations.
Now, what does that mean? Now, did Sarai give birth to any other races?
Right.
She gave birth to Isaac. That's it.
Right.
But she'll be a mother of nations. Because why? The 12 tribes of Israel, we're the nations that they talking about, man. You understand? The 12 tribes that are going to be under Christ, under the 144,000 in rulership over the earth, man.
Right.
We're going to be the first class citizens in Christ's kingdom. You understand? Go ahead.
Kings of people shall be of her.
That's a fact. King Jehoshaphat.
Right.
King David. King Solomon. King Saul. You know what I mean? King Asa.
Right.
King Hezekiah. You understand? Christ.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Not Herod with his Edomite fox sucker self. You know what I mean? And then for the brothers that endure to the end, when Christ gives them crowns, they're gonna be kings.
Right.
The Lord don't, he changed not. He don't change. What he say is what he mean. Go ahead.
Come verse 17. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, and said in his heart, shall a child be born into him that is 100 years old?
Then that's deep. The Lord talking to Abraham in a vision, he fall down and like, what? And it's funny because the Lord saw that, right? He laughed, and the Lord saw that. You're like, all right, oh, that's funny. And then the son, he give him his name Yatzak, right, which means firm,
right?
But it also means to laugh,
right?
You know what I mean? The Lord ain't without a sense of humor.
Real tough.
You know what I mean? But really, it's like, you think it's funny? Now watch this,
right?
And that's what you're gonna name him. So it's funny.
Damn.
Okay, go ahead.
Khan. And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear? And Abraham said unto God, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee.
Let me tell you, man, right here, Abraham was showing a lack of faith right here.
Right.
He's the father of faith, but he showed a lack of faith. He basically like, how this gonna happen? How my wife is 90 years old, I'm 100. Oh, actually, she about to be 100. Good night.
Right, Khan, sir.
And he like, he you know what he did? He prayed for the Arabs to live before the Most High. Now, if the Lord had listened to Abraham, y'all be finished. It'd be them Ishmaelites in Dubai being the chosen people.
Right.
If the Lord listened to what Abraham had to say. Get a Most High hand clap for that. And not listening to Abraham. Not listening to Abraham, but listening to what he said he wanted. You know what I mean? A lot of times we people always, wives sometimes feel like they know better than their husbands. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the men that are under the men above them feel like they know better, than the men above them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You think like you fake Israelites think you know better than Commander General Yohana.
Right.
Even the disciples thought they knew better than Christ. Just take what the Most High say and be like, Khan, go with it, man. He know what he's doing.
Real tough.
He know exactly what he's doing. Go ahead.
Khan. And God said, Sarah, thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed.
Nigga, it's going to, no, not Ishmael. Imagine that, bro. Ishmael being the chosen. Good night, bro.
Insane.
He said, no, it's not going to be Hagar and Ishmael. It's going to be Sarai. And she going to bear thee a son. Go ahead.
And thou shalt call his name Isaac.
To laugh. And it's firm. This is meaning the covenant's going to be established. It's going to be firm.
Right.
And it means to laugh. You thought it's funny, but it's not. This thing going to last forever. It's going to be a firm covenant. It's going to last forever. Something that you can build on.
Right.
Go ahead.
And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him.
I'm establishing my covenant with Yatzak.
Right.
And with the children that come after him. And it's going to be firm. Go ahead.
And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee.
Right. I hear you, Abraham. All right, you know, this ain't what I told you to do, but I hear you. Go ahead.
Behold, I have blessed him.
Right. No one ever said that the other nations don't get blessings. But they don't have what? The covenant.
Right.
A blessing don't include you in the covenant.
Right.
It's just a blessing. You know what I'm saying? You give somebody $20. It could be a blessing for them. They had I wasn't gonna eat tonight. That's a blessing.
Right.
But that don't mean they live in your house and then when you die, you give them your inheritance.
Right.
To the business that you run, you
right.
get $20.
Right.
Okay. That's Christian thinking. That a blessing means that they're part of the covenant. No, right. You're not. If the covenant is the promise and the inheritance. So the Arabs get Israel. So the Edomites get Israel, the land of Israel? No. We know that's not the case. Go ahead.
And will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
Right. So, the 12 great Arab nations, and you see the oil they get, they living it up right now, man.
Right.
They over there tomorrow, even Busta Rhymes made the song getting Arab money.
Right.
That's sad. You got an Israelite good night. That's so. And they go into college for.
Right.
That's insane.
Good night.
Good night. Well, the Lord kept his promise, man.
Right. 12
great princes, nations came out of Ishmael, and they living it up right now. The Saudi princes.
Right.
The people, the brothers the Arabs in Dubai.
Right.
They living it up right now. You not.
Right.
You over here hoping that you can get a stimulus check. If left to Abraham, that'll be forever.
Right.
The Lord got something better, man. Go ahead.
But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year.
Now, the children of Abraham, Ishmael was a child of Abraham. But his covenant wasn't with Ishmael. So now if the Lord is willing to separate Ishmael from Isaac, how much more these other nations?
Right.
In Isaac shall thy seed be called. Meaning that, you have all these kids, you are father of many nations, but only in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Right.
Meaning that I only recognize them as your children. Yeah, you had a lot of children according to the flesh.
Damn.
But they are not the children of God.
Right.
Ain't that what Paul said? Romans 9?
Right.
That's what he was breaking down, man. Y'all want to make it like, oh, children after the flesh if you walk in the flesh. No, man. But if you walk in the flesh, you don't walk in the spirit. Christians, man. You philosophize and try to, you can't even call it spiritualize. It's
right.
You have a lack of understanding.
Right.
Children of the flesh is talking about the other kids that Abraham had outside of Sarah. They are not the children of God. The children of God are those that came from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who gave birth to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Right.
So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And he left off talking with them, and God went up from Abraham. And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house, and all that were bought with his money, every male among the men of Abraham's house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin in the selfsame day.
In the what?
In the selfsame day.
And he got up from talking with the Most High and did what? And followed the order.
Right.
The exact way that the Most High said to do it. That's what being perfect is.
Right.
Is that when you get the order, you do it like how you were told to do it.
Right.
You don't put your tweak on it.
Right.
Hagar and Ishmael was the result of putting a tweak on the order. And, this is why we got chaos today. But it's no sweat. You know what I mean? Christ is going to put everything back right again. But, that's why Christ got to do it, right? His reputation, his name is the word. Because why? He follows orders to the T.
Right.
That's why when he was talking to our people, he said, why do y'all seek to kill me? He was like, Abraham didn't do this. Ain't what Abraham did when he heard the word. Why? He quoting this right here because Abraham did exactly what the Lord said.
Right.
He said, y'all the children of Abraham, why you want to kill me? I'm doing what Abraham did. I'm following orders. I'm not speaking my own words.
Right.
Abraham that's why Abraham had faith, because his works proved his faith. You think that believing in something in your head and then when you fail, oh, God know my heart. What do you know? That you don't do what he say.
Right.
So go ahead, Art. Keep reading.
Sir. And that self-same day as God had said unto him, and Abraham was 90 years old and 9 when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. And Ishmael, his son, was 13 years old, and when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin.
It's crazy, man. It's heavy, man. I lacked understanding when I first, I don't think I was in the school yet. I was like an individual light or something, doing fellowship. Good night. The water, Yahweh Shah, for commending Yahweh, ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? But and my son, I think my son was like 6 or 7 And for whatever reason, I didn't have him get circumcised at birth. I don't know what happened, why I decided that, but they was acting weird up in there too in the hospital. I don't know. Maybe it was the Bob in the hospital. I was like, nah, I didn't want them putting a knife to him. You know what I'm saying? So later on, I was like, it need to get done.
Right.
And I think me and his mother wasn't together at the time, but she agreed. I think for how, some women be like, they think that's a, I don't want my son to have it, walk around, it wasn't like almost spiritual thing with her. But man, my son went through that, bro, at 7. Damn. I don't even remember. My grandmother did that to me when I was born. Right. And man, I was with him for 3 days, bro. Damn. With him, like and then like when they got done with the procedure, the nurse had wrapped it too tight. Good, and it was causing like a, it just was bad, bro. Good, and I had to take off the dressing and redo it. And it was just, he was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like they gave him codeine and all that. Damn. And I had to be with this brother for 3 days, bro. I didn't go to work or nothing. And I, in my head, like to this day, he'd be like, yeah, I remember that. Damn. Like, but anyways, my point is that ain't no light thing. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no light thing, bro. Abraham was a man of faith. He followed orders, bro. And that wasn't an easy order to follow. Right. You understand? But he did it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm bringing that up only to say that I witnessed what it's like to have to go through that and have to, heal from that. And it does, you know what I mean? But that ain't no joke. You know what I mean? But when I say I lacked understanding, is that in Christ, that's what they were trying to do in Jerusalem. Right. Make the brothers that was in Ephesus and Corinth and all those Greek territories, make them as grown men go back and get circumcised. Right. When that's why Paul was battling them. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted the glory in the flesh of the brothers that was coming back into the knowledge of Christ. When really all of us was in that state. Right. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, brothers may have been physically circumcised, but their minds wasn't. You understand? And they wanted to flex their power on brothers that was coming back into the knowledge because they was over there, in the temple of Diana, wearing togas and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? Because of the Greek captivity and trying to make them do it. If in Christ right now, you can. I mean, if you as a man, if you want to get it done, you can get it done. But if you not, it's not a requirement for you to get that done because why? The order was on the 8th day. Right. If you didn't get done on the 8th day, you was cut off from your people. So it didn't matter if you did it on the 12th day, the 15th day. If you ain't do it on the day that you was ordered, you getting it done at 35 don't make it right. Right. That's why it was such a wicked thing to try to have these brothers do that. You know what I'm saying? It was brothers who had power trying to like flex on because they came out of Jerusalem and kept Passovers that they was better, than these other brothers. Oh, for you to be with us, you got to do this. Right. Nah, bro. Christ was the most I said, for you to be with me, you got to be with Christ. Right. That's why Paul was saying our liberty in Christ. Right. You know what I mean? Like you ain't better because you was raised in Jerusalem, nigga. You know what I mean? That's why even right now, like when you deal with brothers who ain't in the truth, we all Gentiles. Right. We all was in America celebrating Christmas and Easter and Halloween. Whether our parents made us do it before we understood that it was wrong, we all was an abomination to the Most High before Christ. But in Christ, all that's forgotten, man. You know what I mean? But that's the point, though. Like I'm saying that what I did with my son, it was out the spirit. It's just me reading it. Oh, okay, this need to get done. Right. But it didn't happen on the 8th day, so it didn't change nothing. Right. My son becoming circumcised would mean what? He coming to the school. He recognizes that this is the path. He take his own oath of his own will. Right. That's the order of Melchizedek. We serve the Most High now by oath. Not because my father was a priest. Now right. I automatically become a priest. Right. Because my dad was a Levite. Now I got to work in the temple. No, it's by oath you do this. Right. So like, go ahead, Art.
Verse 26. And the selfsame day was Abraham circumcised and Ishmael his son. All right, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse.
25, right?
That'll be 26. That's 26.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's fine. And then like stop at 11.
Okay. 11. This book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 26 in the Hebrew. Ba'aitism, Hayawam, Hazahah, Namawal, Abarium, Wayash ma why Salakia. Why Yashma'al, but Salakia. Banawa, verse 27. Wakal, Anash, Bayathwa, Yalayad, Balayath, Manaquad, Natha, Kasap, Ma'ath, Bun, Nakar, La Na Salakia. No Nama Salakia. Namalawa, Athawa, verse 20, Salakia. This book of Genesis, chapter 18 and verse 1. Why Yara Allah Yahweh Ba'alanya Mamara'a Wa'ara'a Salakia Wa'a Yashab Pathak Ha'ahal Hakam Salakia Kakam Hayawam, verse 2. Wayasha'a Ayannawa Salakia Ayanyawa Wayara Wahanaha Shalasha Anashim Natazabayam Alya Salakia Alyawa Wayara Wayarata Salakia Wayarataza Wakwa Ratham Mapathika Ha'ahal Wayash Thakawa Ara Tazaha, verse 3. Waya Amar Adanya Aim Na'a Mataza Afia Khan Ba'ayan Yak All Naya Na'a Salaki Tha'aibawa Ma'al Ibadak, verse 4. Yakath Na'a Ma'ait Salaki Mayam Warath Katazawa Raga Lakam Salaki Raga Layakam Waya Waha Sha'alnawa Thakatha Ha'aitaza, verse 5. Wayakwatha Path Lakam Wasaidawa Labakam Akar Thaibawa Kaya All Khan Abarthum All Abad, Salakia. Abadkum. Waya Amar Khan. Tha'aisha. Tha'aishaha. Ka'ashar. Salakia. Ka'ashar Dabarath. Verse 6. Waya Amar Abarium. Ha'alaha. All. Shara. Waya Amar. Maharaya. Shalash. Sa'ayam. Quamach. Salath. Lawashia. Wa'aishia. I Gawath. Salakia. I Gawath. Verse 7. Wa'al. Habakwara. Ratzaza. Abarium. Wayakwath. Wayakwak. Ban. Bakar. Rakah. Watawab. Wayathan. All. Hanaira. Wayamahar. La'ai Shawath. Athawa. Verse 8. Wakwa. Wayakwath. Hama'ah. Wakwalab. Waban. Habakwar. Ashar. Ashah. Wayathan. Lapun Yahum. Wahawa. Imad. Alaham. Thakath. Ha'itaza. Waya Salakia. Waya Akawa. Verse 9. Waya Amawa. Allah Salakia. Alayawa. Araha. Salakia. Ayaha. Shara. Ashithaka. Waya Amar. Hanaha. Ba'ahal. Verse 10. Waya Amar. Shawab. Ashawab. Alayak. Ka'aith. It's like Ka'aith. Hayaha. Wayanaha. Ban. La Shara. Asharath. It's like Asharathka. Washara. Shama'aith. Pathathka. Ha'ahal. Waha. Salakia. Waha. Akha. Wayawa. Verse 11. Wa Abarium, Wa Shara, Zakwa Nayum, Ba'ayum, Bayum, Slaki, Bayum, Kadal, Laha, Yawath, La Shara, Arak, Kanashayum. All right, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 17.
Delete all that. And whoever named you appropriately.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? They named you appropriately. You behave just like a Christian. No sweat. Yeah, just give it all that. Ain't no sweat. Yeah, but you can go ahead and read.
We'll come to the book of Genesis, chapter 17, and verse 27 in the English. And all the men of his house born in the house and bought with money of the stranger were circumcised with him.
Right. So, like I said, Abraham not only circumcised his son and his servants, but he circumcised himself. Meaning what? He definitely wasn't no hypocrite.
Right.
You know what I mean? He bore the same. He bore the same. He did the order on himself and his men and his son. Go ahead.
We'll come to the book of Genesis, chapter 18, and verse 1 in the English. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door of the heat of the day.
So this is Abraham. That's what they say. Like even when it said Jacob was a man of the plains, and he dwelled in tents. That's because that's what his grandfather did. So he chilling at the house, and he said the Lord appeared to him. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him.
Right. So now there's 3 men standing there. Okay, go ahead.
And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and bowed himself toward the ground.
Because another admirable attribute and quality of Abraham was his hospitality and his humility. You understand? So he's seen 3 men. They're at his home, and he rushed to greet them.
Right.
That's something that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians we need to restore that custom of being hospitable and kind and friendly. Like, if you want to be considered a friend, you have to show yourself friendly.
Right.
You don't want to be disrespectful or like a brother, a man above me, a brother was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Coming down from the tri-state area, Philly, Jersey, New York, it's a demon that beyond brothers where they don't want to speak to brothers.
Right.
Like it was common. Like you walk past a brother, you might do this, and that's it.
Right.
But your face is like stone cold.
Right.
And sometimes you come down south, and the south is way more hospitable.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like you got to shake that thing off of you because people are going to speak.
Right.
But up top, it's not like that. We're not really speaking like that. You
right.
know what I mean? So Abraham saw these brothers and he ran to speak and bowed himself because that was the custom of our people. You know what I'm saying? At that time, you know what I mean? Which we need to reinstitute. You know what I mean? Where when you see a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you're quick to greet them. You understand? Go ahead.
Khan. And said, my Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant.
Right. And he recognized whoever these men was, they wasn't regular men. You know what I'm saying? He recognized, but the whole point is that it was his custom and his culture to, if you pass by my home, I want to make sure that that you allow me to give you the gift of this brotherhood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why not in the UPK, you're gonna see that. You know what I mean? Brothers is asking you to come stay with them. You know what I mean? Like let me show you brotherhood. Let me provide this for you, a place to rest your feet and you know what I'm saying, and where you can get some, some of my wife's cooking.
Right.
You know what I mean? You sleep in my bed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You stay with me, sleep in my bed. You know what I'm saying? To be able to treat you like a guest, like
right.
an honored guest.
Right.
That's what Abraham was on. All right, go ahead.
Khan. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched and wash your feet and rest yourselves under the tree.
And translate that today in the UPK. Hey, brother, let me, come in the house in this AC. Let me
right.
pour you a drink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You hungry? You need some food? We got something for you.
Right.
That's basically what he's trying to do. Like give them some brotherhood. Go ahead.
And I will fetch a morsel of bread and comfort ye your hearts. After that ye shall pass on. For therefore are you come to your servant. And they said so. And they said, so do as thou hast said.
Which is an honorable thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the men above us will do. You know what I'm saying? They may have had something else in mind, but they're going to allow you to show that brotherhood. Because that's our culture. That's our custom. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to find out these brothers was on a mission.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
Come with God. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah and said, make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth.
See, sisters, this is where y'all come in at. You know what I mean? If you be the daughters of Sarah.
Right.
If you be princesses, right? This is the help me. This is the support. Right? Because your skill set and your skills and your abilities, you help your Lord be able to honor men that are greater than him, or even honor the men that may be not greater in rank or whatever.
Right.
But you help to bring glory to your husband, to your Lord, when you assist him in showing brotherhood to his brothers.
Right.
Or to his guests. You know what I mean? So he's giving her the order. You know what I mean? Hey, baby, sis, go in here and get this food ready. Because we gotta give these brothers what they need.
Right.
You understand? That's how you help your man in the truth. All right. By doing the things that he needs to honor the men that he serves. All right, go ahead.
And Abraham ran into the herd and fetched a calf tender and good.
About to be a cookout.
Real tough. And gave it unto a young man. And he hasted to dress
it. Gave it to a what?
Gave it to a young man.
Hey, man. ISUPK, man. Since 1969. Right. Under commanding General Your Honor, bro.
Right.
You understand? Everything you see, everything that we do in the UPK, you're going to find it in our records, man.
Right.
Ain't nothing we doing that's outside of the records.
Right.
Go ahead, Salaki.
And he took butter and milk and the calf which he had dressed, and he set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat.
Right. He stood by them. Was Abraham eating? No. He was making sure that they had whatever they need in the same way that we do at the cookouts with the men above us in rank and order. And we eat last because we try to make sure that everybody else is taken care of. That's why when you go to a city where they hosting a cookout, the people that are there in that city, they're there to make sure everybody else is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? When you in your city, you're not sitting down, eating. You making sure everybody got what they need. We working to serve.
Right.
That's the culture of our people. All right. And Abraham is showing this. Go ahead.
And he said unto them, where is Sarah thy wife? So they said,
good, like the generals. Hey, where your rib at?
Right.
Where your rib at? Where's she at? Go ahead.
And he said, behold, in the tent.
She inside, sir. Salakia. Go ahead.
And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life.
He said, I'm gonna come back unto you according to the time of life. What does that mean? I'm gonna come at you. The time of life will be like you want to say like the springtime. You understand? Like when stuff starts to grow again. When in the wintertime is dead, when things start to grow and how your parents used to say the birds and the bees.
Right.
When that it's the time of life. All right, it's just a season of growth. You know what I mean? I mean literally like the spring. That could be whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna give it no month to it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, Passover is gonna be in the time of life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son.
He let him know, man, you about to have a baby, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind him.
Dang, she sisters, y'all always trying to listen. You know what I mean? To the conversations. She heard it. Go ahead.
Now Abraham and Sarah were old and were stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women.
What does that mean? That it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women? Y'all in class? Well, you know what I'm saying? What does that mean? I'll give y'all a little opportunity. What time we got? We almost there.
Come,
yeah. What does that mean? It means that her cycle was gone.
Right.
She was in a state of what you want to call menopause.
Right.
she wasn't having a cycle no more. What does a cycle indicate? That eggs, when eggs aren't being used, that they're being disposed of through that cycle of the flower, which is the releasing of blood monthly. She didn't have that no more. So that would indicate that she couldn't have children no more.
Right.
To to science, right? Go ahead, read.
Oh, that's it, sir. That's it.
That's it?
Sir.
That's 11? Well, dang. Salakia. That's it. They were well stricken in age, and she had lost her cycle. But what the Most High say? You finna have a son this next year at the time of life.
Right.
So with that, we're gonna continue on from what is that? That's 1811.
Yes, sir.
We'll be starting at 1812 next week, Lord allow. And with that, I might jump. Hit that horn.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakatah, Salakia. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakiyah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakiyah.
Sar Wahakwadam, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to go ahead and do the prayers. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Lakum, Call, Yawam, Wasalaknu, Kabawatnu, Kasalaknu, Kabawatinawa, Wala'ah, Tabia'ayanawa, Manasaya 1, Ball, Hawashaynawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, La'awalamyam, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. The prayer of the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Babakushah, Nathanawa, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Kal Makalah, Kal Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazari, Hakak, Lahakwiyam, Hamathiam, Hakak, Al-Rakawat, Hatama'Allah, Lagarshin, Ba'ashim Yahushai, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. It's the prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha'ala, Wahabaya Sapari, Barak, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Wada Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai, bless us, and Israel, and the school. In the name of Yahushai, thank you. So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha Ayanya, Ahahari, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a Azaria, Azaria, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shemayim,
Shemayim,
Wa'arataza,
Wa'arataza,
Al Yathan,
Al Yathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalka,
Regalka,
Al Yanawam,
Al Yanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hanala'a,
Hanala'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Al Yad,
Al Yad,
Yam Yanka,
Yam Yanka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'a,
La'a,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Malayala,
Malayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Makal Ra'ai,
Makar Ra'ai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Athnapashka,
Athnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Taza'athka,
Taza'athka,
Wabawa'aka,
Wabawa'aka,
Ma'atha,
Ma'atha,
Wa'ad Awalam.
Wa'ad Awalam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the
I will
hills.
lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my
From
help?
which cometh mine help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Mine help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not
He
slumber.
that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold, he that keepeth Israel
Behold, he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor
shall
sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by
The
day,
sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time
from
forth,
this time forth,
even forevermore.
even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim,
Al-Damayah. Salaki. Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damalika,
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash,
Wa al-Thashakwa.
Al-Tashakwa,
Al-Kayahana.
Al-Kayahana,
Awayabika.
Awayabika,
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan,
Wa Mashanayaka.
Wamashanayaka,
Shawa Arash.
Sha'ra'ash,
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka,
Ya'ara ya Salaki. Ya'ira Yam Salaki. Ya'ira Yamawa.
Ya'ira Yamawa,
Sawad.
Sawad,
Wayata Atazawa.
Wayatha Atazawa,
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanyaka,
Amarwa.
Amarwa,
Lakawa.
Lakawa,
Wanakidam.
Wanakidam,
Magalia.
Magalia,
Wala'a.
Wala'a,
Yazakar.
Yazakar,
Shamya Sha'ala.
Shamya Sha'ala,
Iwada.
Awada,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Na'atazawa.
Na'atazawa,
Lab Yakadwa.
Lab Yakadwa,
Alyaka.
Alyaka,
Barya.
Barya,
Yakarthawa.
Yakarthawa,
Alya.
A'alyaha,
Adawam.
Adawam,
Wa Yashama Alyam.
Wa Yashama'alyam,
Ma'aba.
Ma'aba,
Wa Hagariam.
Wa Hagariam,
Gabal.
Gabal,
Wa Amawan.
Wa Amawan,
Wa Amalak.
Wa Amalak,
Palashat.
Halashah,
Am Yeshabia.
Amshabia,
Tazawar.
Tazawar,
Gamashawar.
Gomashawar,
Nalawa.
Nalawa,
Imam.
Imam,
Hayawa.
Kayawa,
Zarawa.
Zarawa,
Labanya.
Labanya,
Lawat.
Nawat,
Salah.
Salah,
Aisha Laham.
Aisha Laham,
Kamadian.
Kamadian,
Kasaya Sarah.
Kasaya Sarah,
Kayabian.
Kayabian,
Banakal.
Banakal,
Kwayashwa.
Koyashwan,
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan Da'ira.
Ba'ayan Da'ira,
Kayawa.
Kayawa,
Daman.
Daman,
La Adama.
La Adama,
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa,
Nadabyawa.
Nadabmawa,
Ka'arab.
Ka'arab,
Wakaza Abba.
Wakaza Abba,
Wakazabat.
Wakazabat,
Wakal Tazamanai.
Wakal Tazamanai,
Kal Nasakamwa.
Kal Nasakamwa,
Ashar.
Ashar,
Amarwa.
Amarwa,
Nayashara.
Nayasara,
Lanawa.
Lanawa,
Nawa.
Athnawaf,
Alahayim.
Alahayim,
Alahaya.
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa,
Kagogala.
Kagogala,
Kakwash.
Kakwash,
Lapanya.
Lapanya,
Rawaka.
Waraka,
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash,
Tabya Arya Ira.
Tabya Ira,
Wakala Haba.
Wakala Haba,
Alahat.
Talahat,
Haryam.
Haryam,
Khan.
Khan,
Tharadatma.
Taradapma,
Basa Irika.
Basa Irika,
Wabasa Wapafka.
Wabasa Wapatka,
Tabalaham.
Tabalaham,
Mala'a.
Mala'a,
Panyaham.
Panyaham,
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan,
Wayaba Kwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka.
Shamka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa,
Wayahabawa.
Wayahabal,
Aya Ai.
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakapar,
Waya Abadwa.
Wayabad,
Wayadaiwa.
Wayayadai,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Ata.
Aika,
Shamka.
Suka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Labadka.
Labadka,
Al Yawan.
Al Yawan,
Al Kaharataza.
Al Kaharataza.
In the English. Keep not thy silence, O power.
Keep not thy silence, O power.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O power.
And be not still, O power.
For lo,
thine
enemies,
enemies
make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden
and
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being a nation. That the name of Israel. May be no more in remembrance.
May be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together. But they have consulted together. With one consent. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. Tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As unto Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kison. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb. And like Ziel. Yea, all their princes. As Zabah. And as Zalmunna. Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the power. In possession. Oh my power. Make them like the wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. As the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. And make them afraid. With thy storm. And fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Art the most high. Over all the earth. This is the prayer for the blessing of the power structure. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Mayaka Allah? Why Alahayim? Matazabayah. Alawat Yahana. Ha Alawapyam. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kutazayanyam. Ha Kayoyam. Waha Akwathian. Yahweh Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. The Wada Aman. In the English, bless you Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahana. The generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. This is the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evil. And curses. And punishment. And destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Thy prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And the school. Send evil. And curses. And punishment. And destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and to their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, the militia, the Ku Klux Klan, the Aryan Nation, the skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Marines, Space Force, Wall Street. Open up the internet, and the airwaves, and the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Let loose all the plagues. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai and Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you always. So be it. courtesy salute to the Akim, to the men of Israel. I Majim Shabbat. I Majim Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yad Matzah. Sar, turn, face the sisters. Men of Israel. I Majim Shabbat. I Majim Barak. Yahweh Shemal Atam Hashem Yahushua. Yad Matzah. Class dismissed.